Good evening, London, and all those streaming across the world. I'm Sean Fletcher, and I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you to the red carpet. Well, we say red carpet, it's a stylish black here tonight for the premiere of The Chosen Season 4. We've just seen the LA premiere on the screen, and it's wonderful to see so many faces turn out here in London for what is set to be a fantastic evening. Thank you, everyone, for coming down. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yeah, I'll be your host for the next hour or so, and I'll be interviewing cast members throughout the event. I also have alongside me two very important people for tonight's event. A big welcome to David and Carrie Grant, who are going to be reporting live from the carpet and introducing a very special musical performance, which is coming up a little bit later on. And you'll also be interviewing some really special guests, won't you?
We certainly will be,
Absolutely.
Sean. We're super excited to be here, and it's an honour to be celebrating The Chosen TV series Season 4 here in London's Empire's Leicester Square, but also streamed across the world through The Chosen YouTube channels.
It's an honour to be here celebrating The Chosen Season 4 launch, which is today. And so excited that Season 4 episodes 1 and 2 will be in UK and Irish cinemas on the 1st of February.
Sounds good. The energy and the atmosphere here is electric, and we can't wait to share this special moment with everyone. As Sean said, we'll have some amazing interviews lined up with the cast, guests and fans.
Up first, we have out there some very cool guys dressed head to toe
they are.
Chosen merch. These boys, Josh and Matt, they're in charge of the Chosen merchandise. Can you see them over there, Carrie?
You can spot them.
They're throwing beanies and socks and things into the
Freebies.
fan pit. Freebies. Oh, we like a freebie. Speaking of freebies, to add to the occasion, we are offering a 10% discount on all items on www.thechosentv.co.uk.
Now make sure you use the code CHOSENPREMIERE24, which is on your screen now, and is valid until 3 p.m, that's GMT, tomorrow.
Also, make sure you look at www.thechosen.tv/gift. Oh, we do like a gift.
We like a gift. Also, we want to hear from you, so you can drop your comments in the live chat. Your support means the world to the Chosen team.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the merch being thrown out. It's like a sport.
I want
I
some.
feel like a spectator. It's wonderful to see all the fans here. Okay, without further ado, let's celebrate this momentous occasion and get ready for an unforgettable evening with the cast of The Chosen. Now let's take a look at what's going on in the red carpet and all that merch.
Four reasons. Incredibly moving, honestly. Super funny, unexpected, and the fourth, honestly, it's the beginning of the end. And to me, I think it's the most important.
No, we are live on the Italian Instagram.
Hello!
You want to say something
Hello!
to Italian?
Italia, ciao!
Ciao! Pizza
I'm very thankful for Italian coffee. I've been to Italy a few times, love it. I had a very romantic day in Venice with, like, just a friend. I'm like, what am I doing here with you?
I have a gift for you. I give it tomorrow.
Okay,
Remember?
I will. Oh, okay. Sure. Hola España! Hola España!
You want to go there? Yes, this is what it is. Yes. Ok ragazzi, secondo Paraspadel. Chi è Paraspadel? Who is Paraspadel? And it's not raining. Do you believe it?
Yes, I know.
New York.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, let me get it.
Oh,
Well, I'm wearing a sweater for that occasion.
Alright. You know, I have a gift for you.
I have your gift, the towel.
I have another
You
one.
have another gift.
But
Oh no, I have to take.
you have to deserve it.
I have to earn it, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yes, I can't wait. Oh, so for tomorrow we'll have to.
Yeah.
How are you? We're coming from Spain.
Oh.
Like, hola España.
Hola España, ¿cómo estás?
Great.
Soy Paraspadel.
And can you give us a fourth reason to watch the fourth season?
4 reasons to watch the 4th season. Joy, love, peace. It's a lot to encompass what's happening this season. But you know, with the light comes dark, of course. But that's what The Chosen does best. It's going to show you how to come out of it and send you a lot of love. And you get to see me and you again.
And we are live on the Instagram Italian live, Instagram live. We want to say something to the Italians, like
Thailand?
Italia.
Oh, Italia. Oh, okay.
Do I look Thai?
No.
Do I look Thai? Maybe. You want to say, ciao, whatever.
Ciao, the chosen Italia. I hope to come to your country soon, one day. But thank you so much for the love and support. It means so much to all of us. We worked really hard on this season. A lot to come, and it's fun to get ready.
Now the problem is, what does it mean soon?
What does it mean soon?
2024? It could be soon. No.
Oh, coming to no, I don't know. It's up to them. It's up to them. They will have
Anyway,
it. I will gladly.
we are so glad to have you here.
I'm just honored to be here. I'm like taking this all in, and it's just been an amazing experience so far. So
Great.
the love is mutual for all of us. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for your hard work, for what you're doing, being here, part of our team, our family. Yeah, I can't wait.
You almost deserve it.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Okay, allora, we are here with the Spanish team. C'è una gran confusione, there's a lot of confusion. We are all excited, siamo così felici di poter parlare con loro. We are very excited. Oh, very crazy. Very crazy. Sta quasi nevicando e è davvero bello quello che sto vivendo, no Michela? È molto bello, ci sono un sacco di testate giornalistiche. Per l'Italia abbiamo la Repubblica con Alessandro Locca, caro suo amico e collaboratore di The Chosen. Pian pianino arrivano, lì per esempio ci sono Davide, Milena, venite qui, un secondo, Manu, just un secondo. Ok ragazzi, siamo live, lì c'è Noah James, Andrew in The Chosen, ma qui abbiamo Milena, Davide, Manu e questo sacrificio vivente, insomma, che fa. Quindi c'è una componente italiana, siamo live sul profilo Instagram.
Siamo l'anima di questo posto.
Avreste mai detto che sareste finiti in live sui social ufficiali di Chosen durante la premiere a Londra?
Incredibile.
No, siamo proprio così. Dove siamo?
A Londra?
Mi sono iscritti qua un anno fa solo per questo.
Solo per la premiere?
Siamo qui oggi a dare vita a questo posto e far brillare.
Sì, c'è.
Well, we have two very special guests for you now. Two of the writers of The Chosen, Tyler Thompson and Ryan Swanson. Give them a round of applause. I mean, we've had a great turnout here in London. I know you've been in LA as well. How does it feel when you have this sort of reception?
Oh, it's incredible. Hello, London.
Thank you for having us.
It's a dream to be here.
Ryan, right, so these guys have come from LA. It's warm in LA. They're chilly here tonight. How does it feel, Ryan, to be here in London? Cold, but excited, I guess.
I mean, very excited. A little bit surreal when we started this so many years ago. We'd never pictured an event like this, so it's very exciting, and we're just humbled and grateful.
Yeah, you must pinch yourself sometimes. Just to think where you were all those years ago when it started, and now you're here. What does it make you feel?
Yeah, especially because every day when we start, we open our source material, the greatest book ever written, and we just dive into the page, and most of the time we're doing it alone. So an event like this is an incredible opportunity to get together with our co-collaborators and to really take in the impact that what we're doing, usually alone in a room in Los Angeles, how it turns out.
Yeah, so I'm really intrigued by the writing process. Firstly, your influences, because I'm sure I read you get influences from things like Game of Thrones,
Definitely.
Star Trek, and
Yes.
The Wire. Now, they're not the obvious choices, are they? Why is that, Tyler?
Well, it's the quality of the storytelling, and those shows track lots of characters, and 12 Disciples is a lot of people. Most shows only have 5 or 6,
Yes.
if that. And so just following different tracks and a group of people who are on a mission and who are feuding, with the powers that be at times. It may not seem obvious at first, but it has served us well.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it does sound like Game of Thrones. I mean, it does really sound like that.
Yes.
So Ryan, I'm just thinking about the process of writing. You sit down, I sort of have this vision of you sitting down in a dark room, both of you writing away, and then you send it away to people to check the historical accuracy. How does that work? Because I know that's something that The Chosen has been really praised for, that it is so accurate.
Yes. Dallas Jenkins, Tyler, and myself, we get together on a retreat at the beginning of every season. We pick out, the moments we want to be our bookends. Where do we start? Where do we end? How do we get there in between? So a lot of that is worked out. We've sort of figured out what biblical moments we're going to choose, and then we start writing. And frankly, in our first draft, sometimes we get it wrong. Right, but the thing is, we're never so precious about what we're writing that we can't be proven wrong by the Bible. So we always go back to what was plausible, and unfortunately, a helicopter isn't going to fly sometimes.
Well, when you look out at the red carpet and the amount of people are here, and the amount of people who watch The Chosen around the world, you certainly haven't got it wrong. You've got it right. Congratulations. Actually, so many more people have come since you've been on stage. Look at it. It's fabulous. Thank you very much indeed. Big round of applause for Ryan and Tyler. Let's take a look at what's going on the red carpet.
Have Brad.
Lovely, so I'll just put my earpiece. Next up, I have a very, very special guest, the president of The Chosen, Brad Pello. Congratulations for this, and welcome to London. Big round of applause for him. Brad, how does it feel to see this red carpet full of people?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be in London. It's wonderful to welcome our Chosen fans, the press, our distributors. It's just a great occasion on the launch of Season 4.
Yeah. You're the creative force behind The Chosen. What can we expect from Season 4? Because the people out here, they haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. None of us have seen it apart from you guys. We're chomping at the bit. We want to know what's going to happen.
Well, I'd like to be the creative force, but actually that's Dallas Jenkins. But as a producer, it's my job to take his vision, the writers that you just interviewed, and bring their story to the screen. This season, Season 4, is going to be a deeply emotional season where Jesus, after gathering those disciples, is now going into a world in which they are persecuted. They not only have the Romans to deal with, but they have the religious establishment to deal with at the same time. And of course, we know where it's leading. And this season transitions us from sort of the joy of the gathering to now entering Jerusalem.
Yeah, I heard that it ends very close to on Palm Sunday, so an absolutely crucial time in the gospel story. Is that right? It builds up to that.
That's right. It's that time span, right? And from the gathering until now, they're actually entering what we would consider that final week, right?
How do you cope with having such passionate fans? Because it's obviously good for you to have the passionate fans, but they probably do keep a very close eye on the storyline. Of course, you can't move away from what the Bible story is, and that must make it quite tricky at times.
Well, it does. And something very unique about The Chosen is not just that it's based on a story that's familiar, but our audience supports the show financially. They donate to the show to make it possible. It exists because of them. And the show uniquely connects with them through daily posts on social media and behind-the-scenes camera teams that are following us through the entire production. So by the time we get to this night, there's big anticipation.
Do you get nervous at this stage, just before everybody watches it?
Not nervous, excited, because we know what they're going to experience.
Brad, thank you very much indeed. A big round of applause for Brad Pello. Thank you, Brad. Now let's see... who else has arrived on the red carpet? Because I've seen some cars out there. I think we've got some stars. Some of the cast arriving.
just in case. Roumie.
Oh man, it's pretty fun. Okay. So I was just getting to tell Will.
I'm excited to say I'm joined by the man who plays Andrew, Noah James. Big round of applause for him.
Hello, hello.
I think they like you.
I like them.
First thing I need to clear up, and I have to tell you, if you're watching on YouTube, it's very cold here. Noah has come dressed as someone going out to a party in LA. Are you cold?
Listen, I'm used to, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. This is like a nice little chill in the air. It's energizing.
Well, we'll warm you up with an interview, and then obviously when we see the first 2 episodes of Series 4, we will be very warm. Tell us, are there any memorable moments that you can remember from making Season 4? Things that stood out, funny moments that you can tell us?
It's funny, actually, there's a moment in episode 2 when I was watching it. We're walking through a ravine. Looks lovely, looks very nice. You would never know it was the day of 1,000,000 mosquitoes. It was like boiling hot. We almost lost 2 cast members that day. And we're walking, looking nice. And that was basically every day of filming Season 4. Tough, but worth it.
Yeah, but maybe that's what it would have been like in Jesus' time, to be fair.
It would have. I'm a little more high maintenance, I think, than my character. I struggle a little more with it, but yes.
We'll forgive you for that. Now, we have lots of passionate fans here. We know there are passionate fans all around the world, many people watching on YouTube. Look, all I need to mention is the name, the fans, and say passionate fans, and they cheer. How does that make you feel to be part of a project that has created that?
Eternally grateful. The Chosen has changed my life, and when I hear stories about how it's impacted people, how people's days are made even just a little bit brighter, to me as an artist and an actor, I can't ask for anything more than to be a part of a series like this that does that.
Well, Noah, it's such a pleasure to watch you on screen and watch you all, the whole cast and The Chosen. Congratulations for what you produced. We cannot wait for Season 4. Big cheer for Noah James, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We love you all. Thank you for having us.
And let's get back to some of the action on the red carpet. We have many more arrivals. We've got members of the cast arriving thick and fast, and I'm going to be interviewing them as they come up on the stage. Let's have a look at the red carpet. So we are seeing lots more arrivals on the red carpet. We have one really special guest with us now, Paras Patel, who plays Matthew. I think they like you, Paras.
I hope so. No.
So tell me, I'm not going to tell any of the others, but I think you're my favourite character in The Chosen. Nobody else has heard me.
No pressure there.
And the reason I say that is because I think there are some really good scenes where you show incredible vulnerability and it chimes with people. And I know other people have told me that actually that vulnerability, the awkwardness that you show, that you've developed in that character, Matthew, is just, it resonates. How did you come up with that? How did you develop the character, Matthew?
You know, it was a team effort. First and foremost, it was Dallas Jenkins' vision to portray Matthew on the spectrum. And I just happened to be the lucky actor that got the call for it. We spent so much time just talking about the character together and kind of building him from the ground up. And then on my end, I did some research and kind of just poured myself into it. But also, you know, I put a lot of myself, Paras, in Matthew. And so I've lived through those experiences. I know what being isolated, what, you know, not having friends and, you know, feeling like you're not understood feels like. So I kind of just drew from life experiences and kind of what you're seeing is something that I've been through. So
it's Matthew is neurodiverse. Would you say that, neurodivergent? But
yes.
But in those days you wouldn't be diagnosed, of course. Yeah. The awkwardness at times, the vulnerability, and there's a scene in series 3. I don't know if you people watching at home on YouTube whether you remember this scene where you're acting with Liz, so Mary Magdalene, and you both show incredible vulnerability. I mean, I felt really tearful. She was talking about almost taking her life before she met Jesus, and she talked about you not feeling accepted, really.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene? And
yeah,
what it was
of course
like
I remember that scene. You know, Liz, not only is she's one of my closest friends on the cast, but we work so well together. We're the type of scene partners that we just look at each other in our eyes and we can feel, we just have that connection. So to do that scene was something we both looked forward to the entire season. And just to see the parallels that Matthew and Mary have, I think that's why they're so drawn to each other, is because they have shared the same experiences. And so when Matthew was feeling unworthy and trying to run away from his faith and being ashamed of who he was, you know, it was Mary that reminded him that sometimes you need a dove.
Yeah, and that, I think, really chimes with people because we all go through really difficult situations. And so that scene particularly stood out to me. Do you get on set? It seems like I've seen the outtakes of Series 3, and you seem to have a lot of laughs. What's it like? Give us a unique insight.
We absolutely hate each other on this show. No. We are a family through and through, and I think that is why you see such great, close relationships on camera with our characters. Because of that, we have all these experiences, the highs and the lows that we've been with each other, and that's why it makes it so easy to film in our characters' voices. And even the ones that you think don't get along are good friends too. So don't get along on camera. I mean, as characters is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Paras, it really shows that you get on because I think, like I said in that scene with Elizabeth, you really could tell that there was a lot more than just two people reading lines, and you can tell that throughout the series. Paras, thank you very much indeed. Let's give him a big cheer. Now let's check back in with David and Carrie.
And it is getting super busy here on the red carpet, and we are meeting the fans who have been very excited to meet. Let's chat to Eden. What is it that you are excited about for season 4?
Oh my gosh, I think the Chosen means so much to Christians around the world, and just how like we were imagining scripture. But one thing that I saw in the trailer that really stuck out to me was when Jesus wept, and just seeing that vulnerability in our Lord and Savior is something that I'm really looking forward to.
Thank you, Eden. And it is about to get a whole lot darker, do you think?
It is, yeah. I think we kind of know where the story's going, but how it's portrayed has brought it to life in a way that's made it real for people, and it's leapt off the page. And that's one of the reasons why we're here at the Fan Pen, or one of the reasons why we want to speak to people, because it really has leapt off the page for them.
Keep going.
And one of the people who we spoke to earlier who said it's leapt off the page for her is Marina. Marina, you were saying earlier that this is really it's leapt off the page for you. It's brought to life something that was really just literature before, hasn't it?
Yes, it's changed my faith completely, and it made my faith completely real as it's never been before. So it's really changed a lot for me, my prayer, my relationship with God, and I cannot wait to see now the next seasons. It's just incredible, incredible.
That's amazing. Now, you're here as well, Jill and Emma. And you guys are related, aren't you?
Yes, I'm her mom.
It's my mum.
So do you watch the show together?
I introduced her to it, yes.
Yeah, we've watched some together, but I live in Surrey and Mum lives in Birmingham, so we talk about it all the time.
And what are you hoping for season 4?
More of the same.
Yeah.
I think we're looking
Yeah.
forward to, you know, the Bible coming to life, and it really has brought it to life for all of us. And to come today and meet all these other Chosen fans, which is fabulous, really fabulous. And we want everybody in the UK to know about the Chosen and to hear about it, because we know it's really big in America, but it should be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys. I just want to take one step back, because you, madam, have been screaming for about a good 10 minutes now. Who are you screaming for?
I love all the crew, all the characters, all the actors. This is the best production ever.
But who do you particularly like? You were calling out someone's name earlier.
Patel.
Paris. Paris Patel.
Yes, Paris Patel, because
why does everyone love him so much?
He's so special and he's so handsome. You can see it. He's so handsome.
Thank you so much. We'll be back later with more people to meet, but until then, let's have a look at who else has arrived.
So we have some more special guests here. We have Elizabeth Tabish, who plays Mary Magdalene. It's wonderful to have you here, and congratulations on an amazing first 3 seasons. We cannot wait to see the fourth series. It's something that has captured the imagination of so many people, as we can see on the red carpet. Does that make you feel just, I don't know, I guess really proud of what you guys have achieved?
Yeah, I mean, we started from such humble beginnings. It was pretty much a web series. It was crowdfunded. We didn't know if we were going to be able to finish the first season, let alone continue seasons. So it's incredible to see what so much of this is because the fans are so excited about it, and there's clearly a demand for stories like this, so we're really excited to be a part of it.
Can you remember what your life was like before The Chosen and now where you are here in Leicester Square?
I sure can. I don't forget it, and I think it's really important to remember that struggle as an actor. It makes all of this so much sweeter and so much more meaningful to me. I was a struggling actor in Austin, Texas. I was living with my mom, which is wonderful, but it was a struggle, and I was actually trying to quit acting when I got this audition, and it changed my life.
That's fantastic. So this series has changed your life. It's changed a lot of people's lives. One of the things that people often say about this series is that the historical accuracy is so good. And that it's not just thrown together as some sort of drama. It is actually very serious about the story it's telling. How difficult is it to balance the historical accuracy with the other side, which is the creative writing and the storytelling that you do?
Yeah, I mean, once we get the scripts, the writers have done so much of that work for us. They've done the research, they've done the studies, the interviews, and so when we do get the scripts, we get to just sort of do what we do, which is jump into the sandals of our characters and resonate with where their minds and their hearts are at.
Noah was talking about going out into a valley and being bitten by lots of mosquitoes. I don't know if you were on that set. He was moaning about the conditions. What's it like on set? Do you get on? Give us an insight into what the interactions are like, but also what the conditions are like.
Well, the interactions are almost always really fun. This cast is really funny and great to be around. We've had some really intense and strange weather before. We've had winter storms. We've had really, really overwhelmingly hot days on set where we're outside and it's windy and we've gone through it, but then of course we see the reaction of how much people appreciate it, and it makes it all worth it.
We cannot wait to see season 4. It's going to be great, and see how the character Mary Magdalene is developed by you. Liz Tabish, thank you very much indeed. Big cheer for Liz. Let's see what's happening on the red carpet because it's getting very busy out there.
You with your flag, that nobody is looking to the show. No, I am the problem.
That was my fault. And the show has given me my calling and it's made me realize what my purpose is. And that's why I want to give all everybody who's neurodivergent or can just relate to Matthew and give them a voice. That's why it's so important for our audience. They can see themselves in each character, not just Matthew, but even all the other everyone has a unique trait that fits them. Really it makes you want to watch the show because you're seeing yourself. You're seeing how you react to the situation where you're at.
Welcome again, the US fans on YouTube. Thanks again for joining us. What an amazing night so far. There is loads to come before we interview many more members of the cast. Let's have a look at a sneak peek of season 4.
It's time.
What wondrous love is this, oh my
Listen carefully to my words.
Oh my soul.
There are those for whom this will set off a series of events.
What wondrous love is this, oh my soul.
My followers won't understand. The Son of Man must suffer many things. But you are the Son of God.
What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of bliss
I know it's hard. Man makes it much harder.
to bear the dreadful curse?
When he leans on his own understanding.
To bear the dreadful curse.
I dread what is to come. Storing, nearing its end.
For my soul.
Well, we cannot wait to see that. That has really got us ready to watch it. And I'm joined by one of the actors, Shaha Isaac, who plays Simon Peter.
Hello.
I think maybe you got the biggest cheer just then. You're very popular, and part of that is because you've developed this character who is really complex. You've got a lot of interest in that character. Is that something you worked on when you developed that character right from the beginning?
I can only give the credit to the complexity of the character, to the writers, truly. They wrote a complex character that every season goes through enormous change. Where we see the character in season 1, where we see Simon in the beginning. Can you imagine that at the end of season 3? What a shift. And that's all the writing, really. Every season, there's such a change from the beginning until the end. And everything is, and we're in season 4 seeing even larger change.
I was going to say, what can we expect from season 4 with Simon Peter?
It's so maturity. We started as children, and all we cared about is how we get by, how we end the week, playing games, as we all do. It's okay, it's all natural. And at some point, things got real for us. And so throughout the first 3 seasons, it was kind of this shedding, all this childhood and all the things that came with us before the story. And now in season 4, we finally get there, and we are seeing things more equal. We are trying to find how we can see others more than we can see ourselves. And that's a huge force, you know, to just taking care of the others a little bit, less than just thinking about yourself. It's always, I think, maybe a positive thing to put attention away from you, you know.
And part of that journey, you may remember, those people watching on YouTube, you may remember the scene right at the end of Series 3 when you walk out on water and you just don't quite have enough faith and you end up in Jesus' arms in the boat.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful scene. What was that like to act?
So I was just telling you when I was misbehaving while we were waiting for the camera to come. Now I can continue with ease. So basically, it's incredible because everything there, it seems to be more effects, but it's incredibly painted in the back, but the action is extremely real. So we're in boats. The boats are moving. We're in high waves in the water. There's a gigantic rain machine above us, and it was all night, so you couldn't really see beyond. And so truly, it was, you know, this one gigantic circumstance and situation that you didn't need much. It was all there. It was all incredibly real, and we were all wet for an entire week at nights, and we were there. We were there. It felt real.
Do you all get on set? I've been asking some of the other cast members, and they all say you all get on and have fun. Because we've seen the outtakes from Series 3, and you look like you have a lot of fun.
Well, they're all lying. I'm not going to just say the truth. No, I'm kidding. Though, here's the thing, though. It's, I guess in a situation like this, it's the thing that is expected is to say that we're getting on, but genuinely and honestly, it's one of the most incredible groups of people that I've had the chance to know and work with. And, you know, Dallas leads a very coherent and cohesive and togetherness. We're all equal. We're all together. We all love each other. We're all kind of sharing the burden and doing it together. And it's really, and Dallas also, the kind of human beings that he chose. We fit each other and we love each other, truly.
You are the man who plays Simon Peter. Shahar Isaac, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Let's give him a good send-off.
Thank you.
Great to talk to Shahar. It's not long now until the premiere starts. The last few guests are arriving, so let's take a look at the red carpet because I think I've seen some of the big names coming down the red carpet. I'll be speaking to them a bit later on.
Special married couple here on the grey-black carpet with us. We have Jessica and Matthew, who met on the set of The Chosen.
How mad is that? Guys, now you were playing supporting actors, really important role for any TV series. I love the fact that you met in the scene of the feeding of the 5,000. I mean, how did you see each other in such a big crowd?
We were actually waiting in line for the coach to the set. So we were at the parking area in a long queue, just chatting with people, and that's where we met.
And what were your first thoughts?
Well, this man is 6'4", so he stood out, and I thought he was really hot. He thought I was too young.
Just tell us, what series was this, and how long was it before you got married?
It's the end of season 3. And so we filmed in June of 2022, We're engaged in January of 2023, married in July.
So when you say to people that Jesus brought you together, you can actually say that quite literally, right?
Yes, he's my 1 in 5,000.
So were any of the other supporting actors at the wedding? Did you keep in touch with any of them?
Well, I went to Sermon on the Mount, which was in 2021.
Right.
Made some friends there. Of course, they came to the wedding. They traveled from all over the States. We got married in Missouri, so she had family from here and from Hong Kong that flew to our wedding in the States.
So who supplied the wine?
Well, we did get an offer from, you posted on the Facebook page, and someone posted, well, if you run out of wine, we know a guy.
I love this. And can you quickly tell us just one big highlight for you about working on The Chosen?
Go ahead. I'm drawing a blank. Go ahead.
Obviously meeting my husband, but it was amazing to be in a crowd of 5,000 extras, and because they were all volunteers, the atmosphere was extra special. Everyone wanted to be there and was happy to be there.
I love it. Brilliant. Guys, well, congratulations.
Thank you, Matthew and Jessica. It's the first people I've ever met who've been able to say legitimately they were at the Sermon on the Mount. Now, we're going to take an exclusive look at a clip from season 4 of The Chosen.
You Pharisees, you cleanse the outside of a cup and the dish, and then you eat and drink food that goes into a body that inside is full of greed and wickedness. You fools! Did not he who made the outside make the inside also? But give as alms those things that are within, and behold, everything is clean for you.
Are you saying giving alms is more important than being ritually clean?
I'm saying that your obsession with what is clean and unclean goes farther than God intended and does no good for anybody but yourself.
We tithe everything so the poor can benefit, down to the smallest plants grown in our gardens.
And to that I say, woe to you Pharisees! You tithe mint and dill and cumin, measuring carefully the last speck while neglecting what is actually important of the law. Justice and mercy and faithfulness. You blind guides, straining out an gnat while swallowing a camel. Look at these people. What have you done to help them?
We have taught them how to observe God's perfect law, while you actively defy and break and encourage others to deviate from it. All of you, this man is dangerous. He's leading you astray.
His words bring hope and healing.
His words are blasphemous, heretical.
And I say, woe to you, Pharisees, for you love the best seat in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces.
Take it back. Right now. Recant your insulting words.
Oh, I am just getting started.
Well, next up we have the man himself, Jonathan Roumie.
Hello, hello. How you doing, London?
What's it like to be here in London? You're normally in LA, am I right in saying?
LA, yeah, someplace warmer, but this will do nicely. This is great. This is extraordinary. Look at this.
So it's an amazing turnout. There's a really good feeling behind The Chosen every series, but particularly for season 4. What can we expect coming up in season 4?
Oh, hold on to your hats, coats, scarves, whatever you got, because it's all going down this season. It's there's so much ahead. We see all of these tensions start to bubble up and boil over, and I think that scene was a slight indication as to what you can expect for season 4.
It's had a huge amount of success from season 1, where you could only make the half of the season, couldn't you, before you got more money to complete the season, to now where we have a red carpet event in Leicester Square. You've done the same thing in LA. You're going to be going around the world. How does it feel to be part of something so big that's grown so big?
It's completely humbling. The fact that we've had fans all over the world that have been so devoted to the show and the success of the show, and seeing the show spread to all the corners of the world. It's been nothing but humbling for me, and I'm grateful to God for Him having taken me from the pit of despair to the top of this stage right here to talk to all of you guys. So it's been such an honor.
Yeah, you had the faith, and look where it's delivered you. Now, if you're thinking about acting in historical characters, you think about all the people you could act when you go through history. There's lots of big names, but they don't get much bigger than Jesus Christ. You're playing Jesus in The Chosen. When you first heard about that, did you think, oh, this could be tricky, or this is going to be difficult, or did you jump at the chance?
Well, I did jump at the chance, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but luckily I had a little bit of practice with a few different opportunities before The Chosen started, with Dallas Jenkins, oddly enough, for some short films. And so I feel like I had a little bit of a footing, but you're never quite prepared once you start reading all the scripts and seeing where the story's going, and then the situations that we've just never seen Jesus in before, like the scenarios and the conversations. You never really know how to anticipate those, so I end up praying a lot and just asking God to just show me where He wants me to be and how He wants me to play a scene. And sometimes I have an idea about how I think a scene should go, and it doesn't quite work, and I'm like, I don't get it. Why didn't it work? And then once I see the finished product, I'm like, oh, I see. He had a whole other design, and it plays much better when I'm not getting in my own way.
Yeah, life feels like that a lot, doesn't it? You plow on in your own way, and then you realize that actually God had a bigger plan, and it was a much better plan somewhere else.
100%.
Are there any memorable moments from filming season 4 where it'll stick with you forever? You know, they're great moments, you enjoyed it, you laughed, or maybe challenging moments that you can tell us about?
You know, the whole season was one of the most challenging seasons we've ever done. Physically, it was grueling. The days were long. We were in weather challenges, extreme heat, extreme cold, wind, and all of it contributed to just a really exhausting season. But every step of the way, as we were going through each of these moments, we knew that there were special moments in certain scenes and in some of the storylines that I think are really going to knock people out.
I see The Chosen as a real trailblazing, sort of groundbreaking series that has changed TV and film, changed the landscape, particularly when it comes to religious programming. There's a real confidence about it that I don't see in other religious programming. And there will be many people who don't have a faith who will watch it. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, you know, our goal at the end of the day is to make something really good, something of quality that people will want to watch. And it just happens to be about these people, about this man and his following and how he changed the world. And so we feel that we cannot do any less than our best when making the series, and because that's what's demanded of us. And so we hope that translates once people see the show. And fortunately, for the last 3 seasons, it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I can see someone down there who you've worked with for a few seasons, John. So this is
right.
George Xanthus. George, come up onto the stage. I don't know whether to keep you up here, Jonathan, or
I can leave.
Yeah, no, you stay for a bit.
Right,
stay
George?
for a bit.
Oh, all right.
All right. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
All right.
Good.
I'm good.
Right, yeah.
So it's
Cold,
interesting
isn't
seeing.
it?
It's interesting
It's a
seeing
little bit nippy, isn't it?
Interesting seeing you interact together, because I've been asking quite a few members of the staff, do you get on? And I can clearly see that. You get on, you have a laugh
Hate
together.
the man.
Yeah.
Hate him with a passion.
We're having a laugh, having a little laugh.
Couple of laughs. Yeah,
Couple
exactly.
of laughs. Yeah, we do a lot of voices and impressions with one another. So that's probably, that sometimes takes precedence over, we're preparing for a scene and Jonathan will just sneak off and just do a little cheeky voice.
Any particular voices that you're good at, accents you're good at?
Obviously not the English ones if he's asking. So really, what do you do that's actually good? Because that was rubbish. It was rubbish.
That was pretty good.
I think we'll give you a rolling Oliver Twist. You were very good. George, you're an Australian, so
yes.
How's it hanging out with all... We got some Australians in the house.
Have we got Aussies? No!
We have
Beautiful.
some Aussies. What's it like hanging out with all these Americans on set?
Nobody knows what I'm saying. I'm speaking similar vernacular to the English here in London and United Kingdom, and I have to sometimes think about that. I'm like, where's the bin? And people are like, trash can. And so, that's now I can just say bin. And
I brought a translator just for George, for me personally, because I never understand what he's saying.
Things like pants and all that, you know.
Pants, yeah. I mean, I say chockers. Do you guys say chockers, like chock-a-block? To mean like,
I think
you guys
we do.
say chock-a-block? No, maybe not.
Can we get a translator? Another translator, please?
This is going to be a guy like a Crocodile Dundee hat who's translating everything
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
George, tell me, I was going to ask you what you remember about any challenging moments in Season 4, but I'm sure you're going to rib Jonathan and say just working with Jonathan. No, tell me, are there moments that stand out for you that you really enjoyed or you found challenging?
I tell you what, there is a moment with him. So I can reveal a little bit of what happens in Season 4. Let's just say James and John get together. They put their melons together, and they think they're going to have a really good idea. Let's ask Jesus if what his plans for us are. Can we get a little bit more responsibility? And you know what? It's a tough scene because in the moment, it's. You can be as much in the character as possible, but sometimes you're just there with the other person and seeing Jesus in front of us, Jonathan, just seeing what it did to him. It's a very powerful moment because these guys are so kind of misled at that moment. James and John are kind of, that's not the right time for them to be asking that question. So that was challenging and it was fun because as actors, we kind of want to put ourselves through those challenging moments.
Yeah. I sort of feel it's hard that I'm going to ask Jesus to leave the stage. But Jonathan, can you? Because we can only have two on stage. So if we have a big round of applause for Jonathan Roumie.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And George, you stay, because I'm going to get Ala Safi, who plays Simon the Zealot, up on stage. Big round of applause for him. Doing a bit of a stretch in the warm-up.
And by the way...
nice to meet you.
I didn't even shake your hand. I'm going to shake your hand. Good to see. Allah said he's going to do a backflip here for everybody as Simon Z. I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
So it further confirms that you guys all get on because you seem to have a real good banter together. You joke together. What is it like on set? What's Season 4 been like, Allah?
Banter is like jokes, like ribbing and,
Yeah.
Allah, what was it like making Season 4? Was it good?
It was Season 4. Can you remember Season 4? Because I'm kind of getting confused now between did we walk on water? No, we didn't. But it just feels like it's so far away because it's all coming together. And this is, but Season 4 was as usual very fun and very dusty. It was very dusty this time. We had those sand storms and. But yeah, there was some scenes there diving into the content where it was very challenging. That brought us together even more, right? Like those scenes.
There was a literal dust storm that blew us all off set. And what's funny is that Allah was the last one. He wanted to take a video of it. So there's a tornado almost taking all of us up. And we're all in the van, and we could just see Allah
we're just standing with Shahar and Abe. I think it was. They were
making
all,
a short film about it.
And they're it was so much fun. Everyone was like, get in the car, get in the van. Yeah, this is so cool.
So it feels very different to a sandstorm here. It's absolutely freezing. When we look out at the amount of people on the red carpet, the people who've turned up to cheer you on, the people around the world who watch this series, how does that make you feel?
I think this really responds to the quality of the show in the sense that this show is meant for everyone. It's a show about love essentially, and how holding on to it gets you through all the challenges and however pressing it becomes. And I think that really communicates to the audience. And it doesn't matter what community you're a part of, what country you're in, and what language is, because the languages are now so many.
We launched last season. We launched in Madagascar, and they translated into Madagascar. Yeah. It's apparently the official language. So that's I don't know if a show has ever made that conscious effort before. So that was incredible. It just shows you the reach of the show. It's amazing.
And I think just sticking to that, I think it just melts all the barriers and brings people together. So
yeah, it certainly does that. What can we expect from Simon the Zealot in Season 4? Are there any big storylines? I mean, of course, we can read the Bible and work it out, but in terms of the creative writing, what does it mean for you?
I think powerlessness is one of the words that comes to mind. Like, he struggles with powerlessness. There's some situations where I was even going to the writers and thinking, would he really do that, or would he really stay, put and not intervene in the situation like this? And I think it was a great choice because he really has to learn, specifically in those situations, how to not do and trust that that's the right thing to do. And I think he starts to apply those lessons from the past of, like, he trained for a lifetime for war, and violence and conquering and stuff. And now it's about non-doing and trusting and staying back and serving in that way. I think is very full of wisdom. So,
which is a lesson to all of us and very, very timely. Ala Safi, George Xanthis, thank you very much indeed. Let's give them a big cheer.
Thank you.
We're nearly wrapping things up here on the red carpet. Let's have a quick look at what's going on. The excitement is really building before we see the first 2 episodes of season 4. Let's have a look.
Hello, lady with your hand.
you, Sean, for hosting all those incredible interviews. And thank you to all of you who made it so special. We are wrapping things up soon, but before we do, we have some very special musical guests here tonight.
Yep, that's right. They've not come that far, but I tell you what, we've known these guys for years, haven't we?
We certainly have. They sang at our wedding.
Yep, and I cannot tell you what an incredibly gifted group of singers and performers they are. They have, for decades, been the UK's premier gospel choir. So please give a massive round of applause for LCGC, the London Community Gospel Choir. Woo!
Keep moving, moving forward. You can make it all the way, yeah. Sometimes you fall, but don't stay down at all. Get up and go on your way.
Every time you try to do things better, there's always something in your way. Things happen to see. You got the strength to be what's written in your destiny. Yeah, keep on moving.
Keep moving
forward.
Moving forward. You can make it all the way. Yeah. Sometimes you fall, but don't stay down at all. Get up and go on your way.
Every time
I keep moving, my life keeps improving.
I just gotta take a step
and get with the Spirit, and God does the rest. Every time I keep moving, my life keeps improving.
Gotta share this testimony with you, say right now.
I just gotta take a step and get with the Spirit, and God does the rest. Take a step.
Moving in this party. Come on, everybody. Move together, say.
Take a step.
Don't give up on your passion, yeah. Moving in the right direction every day.
Take a step.
Everybody keep moving, yeah. One step at a time, yeah. You just
take a step.
You're moving right, moving left every day. Everybody say, choir say.
Take a step.
Amazing.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And that is a wrap from me, Sean Fletcher, from David and Carrie here on the red carpet. But I'll see you inside for much, much more. For those who have streamed across socials, have a great evening. A big thank you to the London Community Gospel Choir for performing for us. David and Carrie, it's always wonderful working with you.
And with you,
and
Sean.
presenting on the red carpet. You've been brilliant. And thank you, of course, to the wonderful cast of The Chosen. Make sure you watch season 4 in cinemas in the UK and Ireland next week and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Good to see you again.